Okay, so I remember my point. And that is, so in the Chapter 13, as I was saying, you will be both required to and you will be enabled to resume making your mortgage payment. And while it is true that that is can be difficult, especially in a situation where you're in financial straits, you're required to make this monthly payment, and now you have to start resuming making your mortgage payment again. There is a significant advantage to this, and that is that whereas in foreclosure, the bank is not permitted to take your mortgage payment from you. That means that every month your mortgage arrears are stacking up, and it makes it more difficult to get a loan modification. Whereas in loss mitigation proceedings, you will be making your current mortgage payment again, plus catching up on your mortgage arrears, and that makes it easier to craft a modification that would be more affordable. Now, one other aspect that I just thought of was, what is the deal with making these monthly mortgage payments, but then you're also reorganizing your debt? What are these monthly mortgage payments going to? Well, initially you will be making that monthly mortgage payment, but in several months down the road, after the dust is settled, after we've stripped second mortgages and modified first mortgages and done whatever it is that we need to do to reorganize your debt, then we look at what is left, amend your plan, and then submit it for confirmation. Then there's a confirmation hearing that usually you don't have to attend, usually at the time it actually gets confirmed. The attorney will appear on your behalf. However, that time your payment is confirmed by the court, and then after that you just make the balance of the 60 months worth of payments. On the other end, you receive your discharge, you're current on your mortgage, and your unsecured debt is dealt with. Now, I mentioned in the beginning that there were 4 categories of debt, and really we've been focusing on unsecured priority debt and secured debt. However, there is that 4th category, which is a subset of unsecured debt, which is non-dischargeable debt, and the biggest example of that is student loans. So if your unsecured debt is predominantly student loans, there's a lot less that a bankruptcy can do for you because it's in a special category, it's guaranteed by the federal government, and so they're just not going to allow you to get rid of it in a bankruptcy. There are a very small set of circumstances where that's not the case. There is a case of extreme hardship that can entitle you to a discharge of student debt, and there are also some circumstances where even though student debt is called student debt, it may not actually fall within that category, and that's an important, if you feel that the school you attended engaged into some unsavory conduct or something like that, it would be important to take those facts to an attorney and discuss those and assess whether or not a bankruptcy could help get rid of those student loans. But in most cases, student loans are very difficult to get rid of. Fortunately, federal student debt, often the lender, they do have programs that you can try to deal with it that way directly with the lender through forbearance or something like that. That essentially is a general description of Chapter 7 and Chapter 13 bankruptcies, which are the most common bankruptcies filed by individuals. It's important. Again, it's very important to understand that this is a general description. That every set of circumstances is different. That there is a lot of nuances and complexities to bankruptcy law, and that you should seek the advice of an attorney regarding your specific circumstances to really get a picture of whether and how bankruptcy can help you. The good thing is in this area, all of the experienced and knowledgeable attorneys do give free consultations. Our firm gives a free initial consultation that will allow you to describe what your circumstances are, and we will advise you what we feel would be the best path, whether that be through a bankruptcy or some alternative debt management strategy. You can always contact us. Our phone number is 845-294-3596. Our website is www.haysomattorneys.com. There's a lot of additional information on that website as well. And if you feel that this is something that you could benefit from, I encourage you by all means to give us a call and sit down with us, and we'll go over your circumstances with you. Appreciate your time.